Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is RJ, and we're in the back of my 96 Dodge Maxi. It is April 8th, Tuesday, and this is episode 97. Welcome. In the weather today, currently in Columbus, it is 41 degrees. A cold 41 degrees, might I add. 93% humidity, 0 chance of rain, and the high today is going to be 72. They're saying 69 to 72. Weatherman's wrong half the time, so maybe he'll be right some of the time. And as always, this morning coffee is brought to you by my coffee. This morning weather is brought to you by my coffee. Oh, that's hot, but it's so good. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I kind of got the ceiling worked out yesterday. I picked up some materials. I have decided that I'm going to attach wood strips to the top. I'm going to seal it from the inside and attach them with screws through the roof, and there'll be screws with a gasket around it. And then I will put some Dicor butyl tape. I'll just put butyl tape in the threads, and that'll help it up, and we'll be fine with that. Then I can attach the ceiling with confidence and have it watertight. Yeah, this is going to take me about 2 days the way, well, no, it'll take me about, it's about 5:20 in the morning. We're going to get this day started. Not sure what's on the agenda. I know Zeta was late yesterday because she called me unknowing that I was not on duty, so that's just one of those things. Ooh, what has been going on? It's not much. I got the ceiling figured out, and what I'll do with changing it. I'll tell you what, it was cold in here last night. I left the windows open, but it was still cold. I don't care how you do it. Cold is cold. So right now I've got a blanket over me because I ain't got nothing but my boxers on, and I feel good about it. But it is a little nipply. And no, I have not straightened anything out of my van yet. Oh, what happened last night? I lost my running lights. And I suspect it was the same time I lost my dash lights. It wasn't until somebody flashed me from behind that I realized what was going on. But the brake lights work, the turn signals work, and the hazards work. So I figure it's just a fuse, because I've got some wires in the back that are kind of exposed. And I've got one marker light that's exposed with a busted cover. And what I suspect is that some water got in there and popped the fuse, because it got pretty wet. And about that time we were getting some good rain. So at some point today I'm going to check it out. Hopefully that's all it is. If not, I will tap into something. Real hard to get out of bed. Got back into Columbus probably about 9:30, so I made pretty good time. Not sure where we're going to go this weekend, but it's coming up. It's only Tuesday. I've got a couple of days to figure it out. I hate to put this ceiling off another week, so I may stay in town. I don't know. one of the most frustrating things is when the van goes down. Now the van's not down, I've just got an electrical problem. And once again, I don't have my tools. So I'll probably buy a test light and figure that one out. Luckily, I've got wiring schematics from AllData that I can rely on, but it ought to be fairly simple. But I suspect there is zero power there, and I'm kind of thinking fuse. We'll find out if I'm right or wrong. I gotta trim that out. Well, now that I'm back home, I'll charge up my trimmer and finish the job a little bit. Yeah, so somebody was flashing me from behind. I'm like, I ain't got no lights. So I put my flashers on. Had brake lights, so I wasn't too worried about it. Just put the headlight switch in. Last week I had Rod do that. And hopefully I'll get this thing figured out. And I'll have running lights again. Hopefully today is a little warms up, and I'll take care of that around lunchtime. I should open this window. I want to go and do something. What's on the agenda today? I don't know. Last I left this dealership, it was in good shape. I'm about 10 minutes away from turning this off. Less than 10 minutes because it's got 13. I didn't go around Columbus to see any of the devastation. It's about every 7 years Columbus gets hit by a tornado. This one was an F1, they say. 2 people died. I did find out 2 people died. Apparently they were on the golf course. And a tree landed on their golf course. A father and son. That's got to be devastating. In fact, we know it's devastating because 2 people lost their lives. And that's sad. That's sad for their family. That's sad for their friends and family. And it happened on a golf course. And imagine when everything going on, they probably didn't hear it. But yeah, that's ultimately sad for that family, because now there's 2 less people in the world, and there's a family that is in distraught, and our prayers go out to them. When you have that 6th sense, and I've got a 6th sense with my job, and my job, because I've been doing it so long, and I'm getting reunited. I'm getting reacclimated to it. But I don't ignore that. That's one of those things that come up that, how do we say, you can't ignore it because it's usually right. Situation. And it was a father and son, so, there's lives that are lost and disrupted. And you never get over that. And it won't work in this situation, because no matter, we don't know what was going on in their lives. We can only imagine. We can only, I'm sure there was proms or trips or things of that nature that now can't be gotten, can't be done, because they're not with us anymore. And life is such a precious thing. Very precious. Yes, I'm chain smoking again this morning. That's fine. We just need to recognize them a little bit more, because you never know when your last day is going to be. You just don't. Nobody knows. And it's real important to be upfront with people, because that kind of, what if I died last night coming in when that rain was going torrential on me? There would have been a lot of people with some unanswered questions. And those questions will haunt their minds for the rest of their lives. It's very cold. But yeah, they, I don't even know their names who died. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. That would be considered one of those freak accidents. And it's just sad. You know, brother, sister, grandpa, whatever they meant to somebody, they meant to somebody. And they now have a void in their life that they have to fill. Although, let's mind you, that's a lot worse than it could have been. That type of loss is absolute. But it's just like those two people that died. Over is over. And I'm sorry that happened to them. Very, very sorry. All we can do as living is remember them, talk about them. That's just part of the process. And believe me, we've got a lot of processes in life that we need to go through. It's just a shame that it's just a shame. Well, thank you all for listening to me ramble. Thank you for coming back to the channel. I'll fix that. Yeah, this beard is going good. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and call your mom. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. We're going to talk at you later. Bye now.